Alright, chosen ones. You won't believe the dark side of unlocking ancient powers. This is a journey unlike any other. I'm going to take you deep today. Deeper than you've gone in a long time. We're talking about tapping into ancient powers, those hidden, primordial forces of the universe that most people barely even know exist. But here's the thing, it's not all light and glory. There's a dark side to unlocking these powers, a side that can change everything about who you are, how you see the world, and how the world responds to you. Now, before we dive in, let me ask you, do you truly understand what it means to unlock ancient powers? Because this isn't about some fantasy world magic. This is about real, raw, universal forces that have existed since the dawn of time. These powers lie dormant within you, but they're not just there for the taking. They require sacrifice, discipline, and an unshakable resolve to face the unknown. And once you awaken them, there's no going back. Your life is forever altered, sometimes in ways you can't even begin to anticipate. Let's be clear, unlocking these powers starts with awareness. You've probably felt it already. There's a part of you that's always known there's more to reality than what meets the eye. Maybe you've had moments when time seemed to slow down, or you could sense someone's thoughts before they spoke. These are glimpses of what's possible when you begin to access the deeper layers of consciousness. But those moments are just the tip of the iceberg. Beneath the surface lies a vast ocean of power, ancient, unfiltered power that can transform everything. But here's the kicker, not all of it is benevolent.
Click subscribe to this channel to get more profound spiritual lesson.
You see, ancient powers come in many forms. Some are rooted in divine love, wisdom, and light. But others are raw, chaotic, and dangerous. They don't care about your moral compass. They don't care about your intentions. And when you awaken these forces, you have to be prepared for the consequences. Are you ready to face the darkness within yourself? Because once these powers are unlocked, they will reveal parts of you that you've tried to suppress, ignore, or deny. Your fears, your insecurities, your shadow, all of it rises to the surface. And that's where it gets tricky. The dark side isn't some external force waiting to attack you, it's you. It's the parts of yourself that you haven't fully integrated. When you start to unlock these ancient powers, they amplify everything about you. If you're not grounded, if you haven't done the inner work to understand your own shadow self, these powers can spiral out of control. They can bring chaos into your life, disrupt your relationships, and even lead you down a path of self-destruction. So, the question becomes, are you prepared to face yourself in the rawest, most unfiltered way possible? Let me give you an example. Picture yourself standing at the edge of a cliff, looking out over an endless abyss. You know that if you take that step, you'll experience something extraordinary, something beyond anything you've ever known. But you also know that once you step off that ledge, there's no coming back. The old you will die, and a new version of yourself will be born. This is what it feels like to unlock ancient powers. It's exhilarating, but it's terrifying. Are you willing to let go of everything you think you know to discover what's truly possible? And here's where the dark side really starts to show its face. Once you step into this realm, you'll begin to see the world differently. You'll see the hidden structures of power that control society. You'll start to notice the energetic chains that keep people locked in cycles of fear, scarcity, and limitation. And you'll realize that the ancient powers you've unlocked have the potential to break those chains. But with that realization comes a heavy burden. What are you going to do with this knowledge? Are you prepared to take responsibility for the power you've unlocked? Because it's not just about personal gain, it's about how you use that power to affect the world around you. You see, once you unlock ancient powers, you're no longer playing by the same rules as everyone else. You're operating on a different frequency, a higher level of consciousness. But that means you're also going to attract attention both from those who want to learn from you and those who want to stop you. The dark side of unlocking ancient powers isn't just about internal struggles, it's about external forces too. There are energies out there, forces that do not want humanity to awaken. These forces thrive on ignorance, fear, and control. And when you start to unlock your ancient powers, you become a threat to that system. This is where you need to be vigilant. When you start vibrating at a higher frequency, you'll attract both light and dark energies. Some will come to guide you, to help you on your journey. But others will try to derail you, to pull you back into lower states of consciousness. And they'll do it in subtle ways, through doubt, through fear, through the people around you who don't understand what you're going through. How will you protect your energy when the world tries to pull you back into the shadows? It's a balancing act. On one hand, you have access to incredible power, the kind of power that can reshape your reality. On the other hand, that power comes with immense responsibility. If you abuse it, if you let your ego take control, the dark side will consume you. This is why so many ancient texts and spiritual traditions warn against seeking power for its own sake. Power without wisdom is dangerous. Power without balance destroys. So, before you go any further, I want you to pause and ask yourself, why do you want to unlock these ancient powers? What are your true intentions? Because the universe will test you. It will challenge your motives. If you're seeking power for selfish reasons, to control others, or to boost your ego, you will eventually face the consequences. But if you're seeking power to elevate your consciousness, to serve others, and to bring more light into the world, then you're on the right path. But the path won't be easy. All right, chosen ones, now that we've cracked open the door to ancient powers, let's walk through it and dive deeper. The next critical step on this journey is learning how to balance the light and darkness within you. Because here's the truth, unlocking ancient powers doesn't mean you suddenly become all light and love. In fact, the deeper you go, the more you'll realize that both light and darkness exist within you, and the real mastery lies in balancing the two. Let's break this down. The light within you is that divine spark, the part of your soul that is connected to the infinite, the source of all creation. It's love, compassion, wisdom, and clarity. It's the energy that seeks to uplift, to heal, and to evolve. But the darkness? That's just as important, and this is where so many people get stuck. The darkness isn't evil, it's the raw, primal energy that gives you your drive, your ambition, your ability to face fear and transform it. It's your shadow self, the parts of you that you've suppressed, denied, or ignored. And when you unlock ancient powers, both your light and your darkness become amplified. So, the question is, how do you balance these powerful forces within yourself? Let me tell you a story. Imagine you've just unlocked an ancient power, a force that feels like pure energy coursing through your veins. At first, it feels incredible, like you're invincible, like nothing can stop you. But then, slowly, you start to notice something. Your emotions become more intense. Your thoughts start racing. You feel a pull towards things that you know aren't good for you, whether it's anger, jealousy, or even an overwhelming desire for control. This is the darkness rising within you, trying to find its place alongside the light. And here's the key. You can't suppress the darkness. Too many people make the mistake of thinking that spiritual growth is about eliminating the darkness, but that's impossible. The darkness is part of you. You have to integrate it, understand it, and use it in a way that serves your highest purpose. The real challenge is learning how to channel that raw, primal energy in constructive ways. Anger, for example, isn't inherently bad, it's how you use it. Anger can be destructive, or it can be the fire that fuels positive change. But here's where it gets tricky. The more power you unlock, the easier it is to let the darkness take over. Power, by its very nature, can corrupt if not balanced with wisdom and humility. That's why so many people who seek power for the wrong reasons end up consumed by it. They think they're in control, but in reality they're being controlled by their own unbalanced energy. So, ask yourself, are you in control of your power, or is your power in control of you? Balancing the light and darkness within is a lifelong journey. It requires constant self-awareness, reflection, and a willingness to face the parts of yourself that you'd rather avoid. But here's the beauty of it: when you master this balance, you become unstoppable. You're no longer afraid of your shadow because you understand it. You're no longer a prisoner of your emotions because you've learned how to transform them. You are a complete being, fully integrated, with access to both the divine light and the primal force within you. So, chosen one, as you continue this journey, I want you to consider, what is your relationship with the darkness within you? Do you fear it, or do you embrace it? Because the more you embrace it, the more you'll realize that the darkness is not your enemy, it's a powerful ally in your spiritual evolution. Now that we've explored the balance between light and darkness, it's time to confront an uncomfortable truth. Unlocking ancient powers comes with a price. Power, true, deep, transformative power, always requires sacrifice. This is something many don't understand when they first embark on the journey. They think they can gain all the benefits without giving something up. But the universe doesn't work that way. Nothing is free. So what must you sacrifice to awaken these ancient energies? The first thing you need to let go of is your old self, the version of you that has been comfortable in mediocrity, that has clung to limiting beliefs, that has sought safety over growth. It can't come with you on this journey. Unlocking ancient powers means stepping into a new identity, a new frequency of being. And that process can feel like a death of sorts. You'll have to say goodbye to the parts of yourself that no longer serve your highest purpose. But that's not all. You may also need to sacrifice certain attachments, whether it's relationships, material possessions, or societal expectations. When you unlock ancient powers, you begin to see the world through a different lens, and that shift in perception can create distance between you and the people around you. Not everyone will understand your journey. Some may feel threatened by your growth, while others may try to hold you back, intentionally or not. Are you prepared to walk this path, even if it means leaving some people behind? Then, there's the sacrifice of comfort. The deeper you go into unlocking these energies, the more you'll be pushed out of your comfort zone. You'll be asked to face your deepest fears, to confront your shadow, and to embrace uncertainty. Power doesn't come to those who seek comfort, it comes to those who are willing to face the unknown with courage and resilience. So, chosen one, ask yourself, what are you willing to sacrifice for the power you seek? It's important to remember that sacrifice isn't about loss, it's about transformation. What you give up on this path, you replace with something far greater. You trade fear for freedom, ignorance for wisdom, and limitation for infinite possibility. But the journey is not easy, and the sacrifices are real. So as you continue to unlock these ancient energies, keep asking yourself, what am I willing to let go of to become who I'm meant to be? Now that we've acknowledged the sacrifices necessary to unlock ancient powers, let's pivot to the next crucial step, mastering that power without losing yourself. Because here's the truth: power, especially ancient power, can be intoxicating. It can consume you if you're not careful. Many have unlocked forces beyond their comprehension only to be overwhelmed, losing their sense of self in the process. So how do you wield this power responsibly without letting it define or destroy you? The first key is humility. Power, especially of the ancient variety, has a way of amplifying your ego. It whispers to you, telling you that you're invincible, that you're above others, that you've transcended ordinary limitations. But this is a dangerous trap. The moment you start to believe that you are the source of the power, rather than a vessel for it, is the moment you begin to lose yourself. Can you remain humble in the face of immense power? Humility is not weakness. It's the strength to understand that the power you wield is part of something much larger than you. Next, you must remain grounded. Ancient powers have the potential to pull you into higher realms of consciousness, but that doesn't mean you should lose your connection to this physical world. You're here for a reason. Your mission isn't to escape reality, but to transform it. Stay rooted in your body, in your relationships, in the present moment. This is how you use power responsibly, by remaining connected to the earth, even as you access the divine. A third critical element is intention. Why are you using this power? Is it to serve yourself or to serve the greater good? The energies you've unlocked are neutral. They don't inherently serve light or darkness. What determines their impact is how you use them. So ask yourself, what are your true intentions? If your heart is aligned with love, with service, with truth, then the power will flow through you in ways that uplift and elevate. But if your motives are selfish or ego-driven, that same power can bring chaos and destruction. Finally, always remember to protect your energy. The more power you unlock, the more vulnerable you become to external forces. Negative energies, lower vibrations, and even entities may attempt to latch onto your newfound strength. Stay vigilant. Practice energetic hygiene, whether through meditation, grounding exercises, or protective rituals. You are responsible for maintaining the integrity of your energy field. So, chosen one, can you master the power without letting it master you? This is the ultimate challenge. The path of unlocking ancient powers isn't just about gaining strength, it's about maintaining your integrity, your humility, and your connection to the truth.